And boy, is Hollywood getting ready. Their biggest night, of course, the Academy Awards. At this point, really just hours away. And this year, there's bound to be plenty of drama, both on the podium and behind the scenes. Here with predictions in all of the major categories for us this morning, hosts of the syndicated show At the Movies, film critics A.O. Scott and Michael Phillips. Gentlemen, good to have you both with us this morning.
Morning.
One of the things that's gotten so much attention, beyond the fact that there's a great crop of films this year, is that when it comes to Best Picture, there are 10 films as opposed to the normal 5, which is a little mind-boggling. Tony, 10, is it too many?
I mean, it kind of is in the sense that there's not really a race involving all 10. It's narrowed down to 2 or maybe 3. But it's nice because it's given the Academy a chance to include a lot more movies. The idea was to get some big, popular, commercially successful pictures in there.
Avatar?
And also some, yes, Avatar, also District 9. And also, you know, there's some smaller, more out-of-the-way independent movies there that might not have made it before. Serious Man, An Education, even Precious. So it's a nice sort of snapshot of what movie making was like in 2009.
And then they can say, you know, it really is an honor just to be nominated because more people being nominated. So we'll start off with some picks. So, Michael, I'll let you go first. Your pick for Best Picture this year.
Well, my prediction, you
Yes.
know, I tell you, Erica, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I would have predicted Avatar, but I think the winds have changed enough, and it's going to go Hurt Locker.
Even after all the controversy we've seen this week about that email that was sent by one of the producers.
Right, which is saying basically, not by name, but by trashing a little bit the competition and saying, vote for us, the little guys. I honestly think that somehow this expanded nomination list of 10 has kind of gotten the Academy off the hook in terms of, okay, we've acknowledged these big hits, we've opened the 10 wide, but maybe we'll just actually vote for the uncompromising and very good war picture. So that's what I'm predicting.
Our own Chris Raggi was voting for that as well. Tony, what about you? Going Hurt Locker as well?
Well, I like Hurt Locker. I think Avatar is going to win, though.
Okay.
If I were voting, I'd vote for Hurt Locker because I think it is an uncompromising picture. But for exactly that reason, I'm a little skeptical of its chances with the Academy, which does, you know, I think will in the end tilt back toward the mainstream and the big box office.
Well, if I were voting, I would vote for Up. But,
right.
but I'm not voting.
We'll do that in our next segment. If you were voting, what would you vote? What we want to look at now, Best Actor. I have to admit, I didn't get to a lot of the movies this year, but I did see Jeff Bridges in Crazy Heart, and he was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it seems everyone has recognized that. Tony, I'll let you kick this category off.
Well, I think he's the one. I think, again, you know, in December, it looked like George Clooney, Up in the Air, had a lot of momentum coming out of the Toronto Film Festival. But when that little movie, Crazy Heart, sort of popped up, and here's this amazing performance by this guy who's been doing it for 40 years, you know, never won an Oscar, giving really a kind of a capper of a performance, so sensitive, so nuanced. I think it's his.
He's an invisible technique for 40 years, and now you can really appreciate it now that he's
so he will win.
He will.
So when we look at Best Actress, a lot of talk about this category as well because of some of the films people are nominated for. And you look at the names on that list. You mentioned Precious earlier. A lot of talk about Precious, but Sandra Bullock as well. Michael, who will win? Who should win?
I think it's going to be Sandra Bullock for The Blind Side. I think the Academy feels that they need to acknowledge this massive surprise hit that's, you know, $250 million in the box office and all that. I think it's tight between she and Streep, and there's a compelling argument for why Streep will win, because it's been since
sort of the Susan Lucci of the Oscars, as they say.
She wins a lot, but it's been since Sophie's Choice, and that's
a long time.
That's a generation ago, right? But I think it's going to be Bullock.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Streep. I think it's a very close one, hard to call. It's kind of a coin toss, but I think
it's a good one to watch.
I think,
that'll be
definitely.
And when it comes to Best Supporting Actress, who will win? Who should win?
Oh, I think this is Monique.
No question.
It will be a huge surprise if she doesn't, you know, get up on that stage and take that statue.
She's already picked it up.
Yeah,
she's picked it up already.
Is there anything?
She has such a great attitude about it,
won?
though, too. From the minute she was nominated, she said, you know, this is so cool. I'm not, you know, going out there trying to win votes. I'm just really enjoying it, which is kind of fun and refreshing.
And it's an amazing performance.
Yeah. When it comes to supporting actor, Michael, who are you looking at?
I think it's similarly a slam dunk for Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds. I think just statistically, these two supporting performers have won almost everything they can, and I just think it'll be a stunner if they don't.
So it'd be a shame not to sweep at this point. Right. Everyone also watching Best Director, because of course we have Catherine Bigelow up against James Cameron. They were married at one point.
Yes.
They're not married anymore, but this is Avatar and Hurt Locker again. So, so who's going to come out this time?
Well, this is, you know, Catherine Bigelow is only the 4th woman ever nominated for Best Director. She would be the first to win, and I think she will win. I think that this one is not all that close. I think, you know, James Cameron would like to get Best Picture. He's even said, I think, that he would like to get the Best Picture for Avatar and let his former wife have
it's been really interesting to hear them go back and forth in the press about it, and very gracious with one another as well. Is she winning, Michael, because she deserves it, or is she winning because we want to give it to a woman?
No, it's better than that. I mean, she's been a very good and interesting director for a long time. I think the fact that she pulled this off on the budget she did under difficult shooting conditions, and made what is really probably the first truly necessary dramatic picture about the conflict in Iraq. You know, it's a sure thing, and she does deserve it.
We have about 30 seconds left, so you get to split that. One wild out there prediction you think may happen tomorrow night, Tony?
I think in the best adapted screenplay category, I think Precious will win. I think that will be Precious's second statue.
Based on the novel Sapphire,
Based on the novel.
know. Michael?
Sapphire, yes.
I think Steve Martin and Alec Baldwin will wage a war of the deadpan comic delivery, and we'll all be better for it, I hope.
I am really, I have to say, I'm very much looking forward to that duo, absolutely.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
Great to have both of you with us this morning. Thanks so much for coming in.